Jessi Niccum, El Salvador. What do you think?
Well, I haven't been there, but Ecuador is really good.
Ecuador is good too. Yeah, El Salvador, Ecuador, it's an L, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, it's just about here and by our surroundings. I just wanted you to know you've almost made it.
I have almost made it. I'm on my way.
On your way. Give us the update.
Actually, recently I've had some donations come in, and my trip is funded. I'm going.
It's happening.
Flights are booked. I leave July 27th. I get back December 17th. And so, yeah, it's happening, which is really exciting.
You know, I know the t-shirt you're wearing
Yes.
is one that helped you to get there.
Yes, it did, a lot. I had a lot of friends and family and some people that I had met and 5 minutes later wanted to buy a shirt. And so it's just crazy how things have worked out, and people have been super generous and they seem to like the shirt, so that's good too.
Now, didn't I read on Facebook that the shirts in the long run ended up costing you nothing?
Yes, the church I go to, Oak Grove Baptist.
Let's give them a plug and a half.
For
Way
sure.
to go, guys.
Yeah, I was so thankful because I was going to end up, the cost of the shirts, they were $5.40 a shirt, and so from the cost of that, I was going to cover it and just take it out of my profits.
Right.
And then my youth pastor, Jarvis Cannon, texted me. He said, hey, the church is going to cover the cost of that, and I was so thankful. It ended up raising my profit margin by like $500. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So how many shirts did you end up selling?
I ended up selling around 100. And
wow.
So, yeah, that was my goal. My goal was around 100 and I hit it. I think we got like a little bit under, and I still have shirts that people can buy.
Heart. And how did they do that, Jessi?
You can contact me through Facebook, my email, if you have my cell phone.
All right, so why not just give out your email?
My email is jessicaniccum@gmail. Super easy.
Right.
So yeah.
And you too can own a shirt just like this and still help toward expenses, because even though you've met your goal, that was just kind of a goal that you set.
Right.
But any extra funds could be also beneficial.
All the extra funds. Actually, me and my family, we're still holding a garage sale because my father's a pack rat for one, so we need to get rid of some stuff. But all the profits that we make off of the garage sale are going to be donated to the ministry that I'm working with, because right now they're trying to build a house for the girls so they can actually live there full time. And so any extra profits that I make are going to be donated to that.
So your flight is booked, and that is for what day?
July 27th.
So July 27th, we can all think of you getting on that big old jet airliner and heading that way. Now, haven't you found out what you'll be doing during your time? Let's talk about that.
I got an email from my intern coordinator, and going into it, he asked me what some of my goals were, and I told him, I said, my only selfish goal is that I really want to come back fluent in Spanish. And so I want to be put in an opportunity where I'll have to use it. And so I told him that was my only selfish goal. I told him what some of my hobbies were, and so he came back with this job description. And so I get to teach a weekly cooking class. And a weekly Bible study. And so I'm really excited about that. Kind of nervous because it's going to be in Spanish, and I'm not quite there yet, but it'll push me, and so I'm excited about that. But the cooking class I'm really excited about because I cook for my friends all the time. So
now, what are I'm curious, some of the recipes that you maybe targeted that you're going to teach over there?
Well, that's the thing. I've been doing some research because I can't fly down there and say like, oh, we're going to make chicken fried steak today, because that's not realistic for what they're going to be doing.
You're going to have to work with ingredients known to the area.
Right, and we're going to have to start really basic, because the average age of the girls that I'm going to be working with is 12 to 15. So they're young girls. I'm going to have to teach them how to chop and how to just do the basic things. And so I've just been researching some basic recipes of Ecuadorian style food, and a lot of the ingredients you can't find here, so I'm kind of going into it blind. And I'll have to
handicap when you're in. They've got a handicap on
and I mean, I'll have to see what their markets have, and so I'm kind of going in blind, but it'll all work out.
So what are some of the ingredients that you feel you'll be familiar with?
They use one thing that's different is they don't use a lot of sauces, like with Mexican food, because one thing for me, I always think like Spanish, like Latin American food is all the same, but Mexican food is different than Ecuadorian style food. Like they don't use sauces, it's very dry with seasonings, but I researched some of the seasons they use. It's called achote, and I would compare it to, you know, like I've always been told if you want something to taste like Mexican food, just add some cumin to it, because all Mexican food pretty much tastes like that, and it's basically that seasoning to Ecuadorian style food. It's in everything, so I really hope I like it. But I've been researching that, and you can get it in Oklahoma City actually, so I'm going to go buy some and start playing with it.
What about plantains?
Yeah, plantains are
Big
really
deal
common.
there, right?
It's like their mashed potato.
Yes.
That's their starch, because you can get them everywhere.
And it's an amazing ingredient because it can be used, like you said, for a mashed potato type thing.
Yeah.
Or it can be done sweet.
Right, and a lot of people think that a plantain and a banana are the same, and they're
No,
not. Because
they're
if you
not.
go into eating a plantain thinking it's a banana, you're going to be sadly
You're
mistaken.
going to be shocked.
Right, yeah. But they use it. You can do mashed potatoes, you can fry them, you can make a dessert out of them, you just have to sweeten them a little bit. But yeah, they're very versatile, and they come in mounds and mounds, so they're really easy to access, so they use them a lot.
Well, I find them a very interesting food, and I knew that would have to be one of the main things in that area as well. My daughter's married to a Honduran, and that's like a staple.
Yeah.
The plantain.
Yeah.
So, well, how cool is that? So it's exciting. You're going to be learning kind of in a way right along with those girls cooking, even though you're going to show them how to chop and season and all of that. What else do you look forward to while you're there? Do you think?
I really look forward to learning kind of more about human trafficking. I feel like a lot of people, when you think prostitution, you think like the Vegas Strip, girls out on the corner.
Right.
And it's really hidden. And I mean, there's been brothels busted up in Oklahoma City in the past couple of months. I mean, it's here, it's everywhere, and it's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff that we don't see. And so I'm really excited to learn more about that. So when I do come back to the States, I can continue to get involved with that kind of stuff, because it's not just in developing countries, it's here, and that's crazy to think about.
In the way of thinking of you leading Bible study sessions or what have you, what do you think your focus will be there with these girls at this age?
I've been thinking about that a lot. I really want to do something that has a lot to do with hope, and just kind of how, like, no matter what our past is, no matter what's been done to us or what we've done, there's hope in Christ and there's restoration through Him. But I want to do it in a gentle manner. I don't want to say, like, well, I know you've been through this, but God forgives you. Like, I want to do it in a really gentle manner and just a loving way, so they just can kind of see the love of Christ through me and through what we learn.
How many girls do you think you may have around you? Have they given you any ideas?
Yeah,
on
it's
that?
usually the girls change that come in all the time because they don't have a house, they don't live there full time, and so they live with other organizations, and so it can vary. I know right now they have about 8 girls that come regularly, and that can kind of fluctuate. But yeah, so it's not a big organization, it's fairly small, which I like, because you get to be
It's
more...
a lot more intimate.
Right, you get to be more one-on-one and build relationships, so...
What else let's talk about the group actually that you're with that's doing that. Give us the name of the group.
Extreme Response is who I'm going with, and they're a humanitarian aid organization. And then I'll be working directly with the Dunamis Foundation, and basically Extreme Response helps fund them because they're a small organization. Like I said, they have 8 girls. Give or take, and so that's who I'm going through is Extreme Response. That's who I've been sending checks to raise money, and they're helping me to get there, but I'll be working directly with Dunamis.
So you'll leave toward the end of July, and for folks that are watching, again, how long will you be gone?
I'll be gone 5 months. I'll be gone from July 27th to December 17th, in time for Christmas.
Now this should make your mother happy.
Yes, I won't miss Niccum Christmas.
I think I can relax now, and Trish, if you're at home watching this, relax. She'll be back for Christmas.
Yeah.
Because I know it's tough with the family. In fact, you know, you were just telling me before the segment started that your mom and another relative were wanting to kind of do a going away party for you.
I mean, The family's taking it hard, which understandable, and it makes me feel good that I'm so loved, but goodness, I think they think I'm dying or something, but I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Yeah, you're going to be back. You're just going to be gone 5 months.
Yeah.
And you just spent your first year at school, or first, I guess it is a year,
Yeah,
2
first-
semesters, and you came back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
came back in one piece.
Yeah.
Everything was okay. Yeah. So it'll
So
be
it's
fine.
gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
For
Well, we've got about a minute left, Jessi. Is there anything else that you want to say about this opportunity that you've got through God's hands to go on this mission trip?
It's just crazy how everything has just fallen into place. It's like I knew that I was going, but like the money is raised, and I really am now, and that makes it very real. But I just really want to say thank you to everyone that's helped raise money, that have donated, to everything that have bought shirts. There's been people that have texted me like, hey, if you don't get everything raised, let us know, and we'll cover the cost. And so people have been crazy generous, and I'm so thankful for that. So.
Well, and I think that's probably a direct sign that this is where you are supposed to be going.
Yeah.
You know, even with family members and friends kind of, you know, not, well, just because they love you.
Right. I've never been told no.
Yeah.
I've been asked if I would change my mind, but I've never been told no, and I'm just thankful for how my family and friends have been this whole time too.
Well, I think you have a great supportive family, and I'm really proud of what you're stepping out and doing, Jessi. Well,
Thank you.
okay, you'll come back and give us a report.
Of course.
All right, you're watching Donna and Friends. We'll be back.